go. Let's try this one. That should be, yeah, it's live now. So might take a minute to see it on your end.
Yeah.
Okay, so just let me know when you need me to start.
I can see you, Trent.
Yes. So, okay, so when we're ready, so let's do a little, where was this? Let's test this little intro out. I won't let it run for the whole time, but we'll just so we know it's going to work. So you'll see this come on. Okay, so if she leaves, that's going to mess up everything on my end. Oh,
I thought about it. I thought about it like...
That's all right. Give me a second. Yeah, it's just a bit of a punish to set that all up. Okay. So Jody is down here. That's good. Okay, so Marta's going to be her wig. So it'll just be the two of it, like the three of us on?
Yes.
Yeah. Excellent.
So we're imagining that Marta is her wig.
Yep.
We are missing one
so
person.
So you can have her as her wig.
Yeah.
Next to me when I'm interviewing. Yeah.
Sounds
and
good.
her as the corner when the slides are on or whatever.
Beautiful. Okay, so that's set. You're set. Herwing's set. Now, this one. Just fix this one up. Oops. Okay, that looks pretty good. 1, 2, that's it. Okay, so right, we're good to go now. So I'll test that little intro out. I actually, so with the intro, we should be able to talk, but the audience won't hear it.
And then you'll press live, and that's when we're...
So on the day, so the intro will be live when the intro's on. But it's a good way then I can say, okay, we're ready in 5, 4, 3, here we go.
Yep.
Okay.
But the audience won't hear us until you, like Jody, comes on the screen.
Yeah.
So I'll kick that in now and we can test that out.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us this evening for our webinar focusing on the role of surgeons working with MSF projects around the world. I would like, and we would like, as MSF Australia, to acknowledge the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation as the traditional custodians of the lands where I am today. This land always was and always will be Aboriginal land. I want to pay my respects, our respects, to their elders past, present and future, for they hold the memories, traditions, culture and hopes of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples of Australia. I also take this opportunity to say kia ora to our colleagues joining from Aotearoa, New Zealand. I would also like to acknowledge the tragic killings of our MSF colleagues in the past 2 weeks. 3 of our colleagues were killed while working in the Tigray province of Ethiopia on Thursday the 24th of June. This followed closely another attack in Central African Republic in which one person was killed and 3 injured. The people injured included 2 patients and an MSF staff member. No words can truly convey all our sadness, shock and outrage against these horrific attacks, nor will it soothe the loss and suffering of their families and loved ones, to whom we relay our deepest sympathy and condolences. Good evening again. My name's Jodie Cornish and I'm a Recruitment and Training Officer with MSF Australia. I'm pleased to be joined by the Royal Australasian College of Surgeons Global Health Forum representative, Head of Global Health, Philippa Nicholson. Hi Philippa, thanks for joining us.
Hello, everyone. My name is Philippa, and I work in the Royal College of Surgeons.
Thanks, Philippa. Thanks so much. This webinar aims to provide surgeons with information about MSF field placements and outline our recruitment processes. In MSF projects around the world, there are urgent needs for general surgeons with recent caesarean experience, orthopaedic and trauma surgeons, and reconstructive or plastic surgeons.
Can I jump in?
Surgeons
I'll just jump in.
Jump in, Trent.
So I've just seen you said that you want the name. So you want Jodie's name on the screen?
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that because I haven't?
Yeah. Yep, I can do that. So if you just keep on, Oh, well.
Do you want me to do it in my? Is it good if I do that? Does that come up?
No, what would be better is if we do it so it keeps it in line with what we've already got going on. If you just give me a minute. So what, let me go out of here. Okay, so what would the full name? So Jodi?
Yeah.
And what's the surname?
Cornish, Cornish.
And do you want it to say something else like
Recruitment at MSF or something like that?
Yeah, do you want something like that there?
Just MSF Australia, or I don't think it.
MSF Australia. I'm New Zealand. I'll add there because like we have someone from the RACs and someone on Herwick as well.
Well, probably. Oh, what would make sense to me, I guess, is if you had just your logo under your name, would that work? Like the.
Yeah.
The
I think that'd work. Would that work, Marta?
Yeah.
And then have the other logo for Herwig?
Yeah, so the thing is like, no, it's not correct actually. So Herwig is MSF, whereas...
Well, he's both. He's a surgeon and MSF, but he's not representing either company.
No, he's not representing anyone.
He's a field worker.
Philippa, it's under...
So maybe it's simpler just to have the names.
Maybe, but I think it's important, Jodie, that they know that you are from MSF Australia.
Yes. Okay.
Because, like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. So.
Okay, so if I.
Laura is saying MSF Australia recruitment officer.
So, for example, I'd have
to put.
I'd probably have to put something black, or something to make it stand up. But you can see that should have popped up now. That's an option, or just the name.
Oh, I see. You've got Jodie Cornish.
And then MSF logo.
I wouldn't use the logo. So the logo, it's
just text recruitment officer.
Yeah.
Or MSF recruitment officer, and Herwig MSF field worker.
Okay.
Well, but I don't know that we need to have any for Professor Herwig. And if you put Herwig, should we say Professor Herwig? Or Drobets, actually? Are you going to say Professor Drobets in his title on his thing? Or are you going to say Herwig Drobets?
I don't know.
So come back one step. So what was under yours, Jodie?
You can get rid of the logo. I see you've got the logo, and you can just say MSF Australia Recruitment Officer, if that fits. That's what Laura's saying, Marta? Is that what she's saying?
This can obviously all be fine-tuned, but if we get a rough idea of what this is going to be. If I go
For Herwig is no professor, so just his name, and then we can say MSF Australia surgeon.
So Herwig Drobetz is his name, Drobetz.
I'll try this one out first. Let's put this one on, so if we get rid of that. Download. Like this. Move it around a bit. Is that going to work? You can see that?
Yeah, mine looks good.
That's
I
fine.
think it looks good. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so the same thing, and once again we can change this. I can do this tomorrow if you need.
No, that's fine. I think that's good, isn't it, Marta? That's what.
I think it looks good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just, while we're at this, and we can get back to it. Change that to blue. Now, duplicate and duplicate. Now, what was
Herwig Drobetz?
give me 2 seconds. Why is that? Go there. Okay, here we go. So it's Herwing.
No, just IG.
IG.
And then Drobetz, Drobetz.
All right, and the.
Then MSF Australia surgeon.
MSF Australia surgeon. Okay, done. So I'll add that in as we go, so you can pick it back up from where we were from.
Yep.
When you're ready.
Oh, I'm just going to make mine small. Yep. So starting now.
Yep. Go for it.
Yep. Thanks very much, Philippa. This webinar aims to provide surgeons with information about MSF field placements and outline our recruitment processes. In MSF projects around the world, there are urgent needs for general surgeons with recent caesarean section experience, orthopaedic and trauma surgeons, and reconstructive or plastic surgeons. Surgeons are most often placed in Palestine, Yemen, Pakistan, Syria, Nigeria, Iraq, DRC, Afghanistan, Haiti, Chad, and Cameroon, as well as other countries. Fellows with 2 years' experience need to be available for a minimum of 8 weeks in the field, ideally available up to 4 months for their first placement. 8 weeks in the field does not include travel there and back or any quarantine required. Today, we're joined by Professor Herwig Drobetz, an experienced MSF fieldworker, who's going to share with us a little about his placements with MSF to date. Welcome, Herwig.
Hello, everyone. Just checking that my name is written correctly. Yeah, that's better. A little bit lower as per Jody's. Yeah, perfect. So this is where I start sharing my experience with MSF, and I'm just going through the recruitment process until I got my first assignment. My first assignment was in Afghanistan, and that's where we can. I don't think that we discussed how we are going to manage the slides, but maybe some of the slides can be here, can be done here.
So why don't I ask the questions, Herwig, and that will give Trent the opportunity to see what questions like slides 2 to 6 can go in this section.
Yeah.
And then so before, hello here. Nice, thanks for joining us. Before we begin chatting, just to remind everybody that you can send in questions via YouTube, Facebook.
And the website.
And the website. And we can't answer any specific, I haven't got the thing in front of me now, but yeah, blah, blah, blah. Thanks so much for joining us, Herwig. So I guess a great place to start is just if you can tell us a little bit about why you wanted to join, why you decided to join MSF, and what your career today, current career.
I was thinking of joining MSF since I was at uni. It's an organization that I love. So throughout the years, I was getting ready just to be a surgeon. So that's where I got my first assignment in Afghanistan, and it was a very nice experience. I was very, very lucky. I was able to have my own room, for example, and the team there was really, really amazing. That looks great with the small image in the picture. Actually, that's perfect.
Yeah, that's great.
Excellent.
Yeah. And then when I ask a question, you might want to do the side by side or keep the image. Yeah, that's great. So tell me about teamwork in the field. And it's at that point, the teamwork ones, where you get to like slide 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my day today was a little bit of a mix. I was training staff, but also I was part of urgent surgeries from some patients that were coming through different villages in the area.
How did your experience and skills from home assist you in your work there?
All the experience from home was really, really useful for me, but you also need to be flexible. You don't have that many resources in some of the assignments that you are normally used to here in Australia, in hospitals in Australia or New Zealand. So I was able to teach some of my colleagues, and I was able to learn a lot about other surgery methods based on the resources that we have.
Yeah, thanks very much, Herwig. And you've talked a little bit about the team. Did we talk about team already? The teamwork and working in a diverse team. Can you just talk us through that?
Yeah, so in MSF, everything, the teamwork is very, very important. You will be working with nurses, with logisticians, with pharmacists, with HR, finance coordinator or manager. So it's very important the role of each of the member of the team, just to make sure that we deliver and we're able to provide our patients the best.
Yeah, that looks better there. It's not chopping off his head. I'm just wondering, Trent, Herwig was really inspiring when he spoke the other day. Like, we all thought afterwards, do we need the slides? But the slides are always interesting for the audience. Do you think sometimes we can just have his full head as well?
Yeah.
You know how we've been going from slide to, obviously you're going to have much longer tomorrow because you're going to have 15 to 20 minutes of conversation between us. But I think it was just very authentic. The way he speaks, to have him just like, it sort of was intimate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
Not always.
So not so much on the so not so many slides.
Yeah, so you can have his picture, you can have him at the bottom or the top with a slide. I'm not sure if Laura is saying anything to you, Marta, about this, but both James and I both thought that the way he talks, it was so lovely to just have his whole head there talking to us in quite an authentic manner, that we don't want to lose that by having just the slides.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah, so I think like maybe at the beginning we can have when he's sharing some of his experience, and maybe teamwork, because he also has like some pictures, with other people.
Yep.
And maybe that's pretty much it, because that's true. Like, he's really lovely, and the way that he speaks is really nice.
I think when we come down to, a life in the field, it's good to have people.
Yeah.
He's got specific pictures, and it'll be good to share those. So, but yeah, I'm just conscious that we haven't. Now we're using the slides. We don't want to lose him as well. So just mixing it up as you go, from him being full face to me asking the questions next to him to him being a small one in the side is perfect.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
Mother?
Yep.
Okay, and so will you work? Oh no, he's already told us he's going to work with MSF again. But will you work with MSF again, Herwig?
Absolutely. Just looking forward my next assignment, and I'm hoping to be my next assignment in August.
Great. And what advice would you give to someone applying?
Just to read a lot about the country, the project that you will be part of. Just bring with you some entertainment, like just for the time that you're not working there, so lots of reading, or if you can bring some movies, even some chocolate, that would be good.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. So thank you, Herwig, for providing us with all those insights and your experiences in the field. And this is when Trent, I'm about to say, so it's at the end of this conversation with him that we put up the sound interesting slide. So if that has sparked your interest, please head to our website and read more. No, so there should be another one, the sound interesting.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the problem with this is I can't, unless there's a way I can't just I have to click through the slides.
So they're not in the correct order, or?
Yeah, they're in the correct. Hang on a sec. So there's that's the picture, the last picture, then that's the first slide.
Okay, so what's the next slide? That slide there has to be moved. Are you able to do that?
Yes, I won't do it right now, but I can do that.
No, that's okay. So last time I think you said you could send. So you need to put that one first.
Yep.
So I say if that sparked your interest, please head to our website and read more, and then you do that. And then I'm going to talk about the criteria straight away. So that one's quite on for a short time. And then straight away, the criteria for surgeons on our website, and they include but not limited to.
And if we can have Jody in a little screen as well while we show this slide.
Yep.
2 years. 2 years work experience in obtaining fellowship experience in at least one of the following areas, blah, blah, blah. General oral surgery, general surgeons who must have performed 8 cesareans, blah, blah, blah. An asset would be being available for up to 3 months. And I'll say please refer to the website for a comprehensive list. And then I'm going to talk about to apply. Now you can either leave the criteria there or you can change it, I don't know. You can just have me, but to apply you need to complete an application and skills assessment on the MSF website, and once you've submitted that, you'll be assessed, your application will be assessed, and you'll be invited to interview, usually within 4 weeks. There's obviously a recruitment process which follows, including reference checks, police checks, medical checks, successful completion of the MSF welcome days. And once you're officially recruited to the pool of field workers, it will take you a while to be matched to your placement and mobilised to the field, as there are many variables. However, surgeons are an urgent need, so assume it will be within the 6 months. And then at that point, when I say all employment terms and conditions, that's the next slide. Yeah, that one there. Conditions are outlined on the website, including pay rates and leave. And you can leave that there, I guess, because it's a short time. I only say that sentence, so leave that there. And I'll just talk about working in COVID times. So since COVID started, MSF's managed to bring all field workers safely home. The biggest delay we've experienced has been up to 1 month for a field worker to return home. MSF does everything we can to ensure that you can return, but we cannot guarantee travel will happen as planned. With current caps reduced again recently for Australia, and the quarantine booking in New Zealand has limited spots and flight availability. So we have a few strategies for this, but you do need to be aware that we cannot guarantee the return date you're given. MSF does bear all the costs for quarantine. Now it's time for questions, and I can see a few have come through. My partner's a theatre nurse. Can we go together? For Jody, how much notice do you get before you go? Yeah, so I'll say over to Herwig for this question. And then at the end, we've answered the questions, and I say, that's all the time we have for questions. If we haven't answered any of yours, we will answer those either later this evening or tomorrow, and this web link will be sent out to all people registered. Thank you for your time this evening. MSF would particularly like to thank RACS for their promotional support, and Philippa for joining us this evening. And a very big thanks to Herwig for joining us and sharing with us this evening.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Remember, to find out more, head to our website. Have a good evening, everyone. Good night.
Trent.
Yep.
For the question and answer period,
yeah.
Can we have like all the, so as we were like before, so like
All
just
three of us?
all the heads,
Yep.
and even like the three of them. So because like the questions will be for any of them.
Yep.
So
is Philippa's going to be on screen, I assume?
Yes.
So we need a little name tag for her as well.
Yes. So it will be
Philippa Nicholson RACS. Is it? Will we put the acronym or spell it out?
Yeah. No. Yeah. I think with the acronym it's fine. They have seen the logo already. I think it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me get that sorted. Now, what was Okay, Philippa. So PH. Oops.
Yeah, I'm just checking how she spells it. It's a double PA Nicholson.
Laura, if you want to join, if
you're PHILIPPA Nicholson.
And what was the little tagline underneath?
RACS, RACS, all capitals.
Yeah.
Easy. Now, did you say it was PHILLIPPA?
No, just a single P